Your flip video for tonight has to do with characteristics of linear functions. Okay? You've seen this equation before, y equals mx plus b. You worked a lot with it in Algebra 1, and we've even worked with it in Algebra 2 here at the beginning. Right? Something important, though, that I need you to make sure you understand is that when we have something like y equals 2x plus 3, the m is the 2 and the b is the 3. Okay? Anytime the term that's the x, that has the x with it, this multiplier is the m. Okay? So if I was asking you to identify the m would be 2 and the b would be 3. Okay? Now the b is the y-intercept, so it'd actually be 0, 3 because it is a point. Okay? But something even more important than that is you to understand what m and b do to the equation. Okay? So if we have a function like this, y equals 2x plus 3, like I just showed you, watch what I can do here. Can you see me moving the line? What is changing about this line? Can you tell that it's getting steeper and shallower? Here, this way it's getting steeper, and this way it's getting shallower. Can you tell by looking at the equation, though, what is changing? What value is changing when I change the steepness or the shallowness of this graph? Hopefully you can see that it's the number in front, in front of the x that's changing. That is the m. That is the slope. So does it make sense that as I change this line, moving it around this way to be steeper or shallower, that the m is the value that's changing? Hopefully it does. Okay? Now, I try to get it back to 2. Of course, it's not going to go exactly back to 2. Okay, but that's all right. Now, let's see if I can, I don't know if it'll let me do it. Of course it won't, because I'm trying to video it for you. See again, once again. Oh, I even changed it negative that time. Can you see it down here? It's negative. I can change it all the way around this way to be steeper or shallow or negative. But once again, the only thing that's changing is the slope. Okay? Let's see. I don't know if it'll let me because I'm trying to do it fast. Nope, it's not going to let me. If I could show you this a little bit better, let me start over and see if that'll let me do anything. 2x plus 3. Now if I press and hold right there, nope, it's still just moving. It's supposed to let me move it up and down. I can do this. I can say, what if it was 2x plus 5? Okay, of course I've changed the steepness now. Let me change it back to 2, or really close to 2. Hopefully you can see what changed that time. If I say 2x plus 1, or if I say 2x minus 2, what's changing this time? Hopefully you can see what's changing is where it crosses the y-axis. And whatever I said was like this, minus 2, hopefully you can see that that's where the minus 2 is. So the m, when I change the m, what that changes is the slope, the steepness of the line. And when I change the b, that's the y-intercept of the line. That changes where it crosses the y-axis. Okay? So when you get here tomorrow, I'm going to need you to know what m changes and what b changes. I also want you to keep in mind that it really does matter how we write our slope and how we write our y-intercept. We can write our slope as a number. Also, typically, we like to write our slope as a fraction, so 2 over 1 would be our fraction. And that really only comes into play when we're graphing it, but we need to know that this is rise over run. So when we graph the slope, we have to go up or down first, and then we can go left or right, which is opposite of when we graph our points, so don't be confused about that. Okay? But when we write our b, we don't just write 3 unless it specifically asks for b, like this. We have to know in our brains that this is actually the y-intercept, and we want to write it as a point. We want to write it 0, 3. Okay? Please fill out your WISC. and have an awesome day.